Zach. And up until recently, everything was pretty good. I was getting ready to pluck up the courage to ask Angela if she wanted to be my girlfriend, when all of a sudden, my life got turned upside down by something totally out of my control. Are you ready to hear about it? So my parents work a lot, and for some reason they don't like me going home alone after school. I mean, I'm 15 years old, come on. They make me go to my grandma's place. It kinda sucks, because it's like they don't trust me or something. One day I was chilling at my grandma's, and I decided the next day would be the day I'd finally ask Angela out. She was super into me, and I knew she'd say yes. I was feeling pretty stoked when my dad picked me up, but when I got in the car, he said we need to rush home because Ellie, our cat, was sick. Because I'd rushed out of my grandma's so quickly, I didn't even realize I left my phone. We spent most of that evening at the vet's, and luckily Ellie was okay. It was only when I got into bed and was about to text Angela to say, "Good night, sweet dreams, babe," when I realized my phone was nowhere to be seen. It was too late to go back to my grandma's and get it. I just get it tomorrow, I decided. The next morning, I put on my favorite jeans and the checkered shirt that Angela had once told me looked cute on me. Today at lunch, I'd officially ask her out. I even packed some cupcakes in my lunchbox, which I knew she loved. She'd be so happy. When I walked into school, I knew straight away that something was wrong. Usually all my mates are gathered by my locker, but that day, they were nowhere to be seen. In fact, as I got closer, I realized they were hanging out by Sam's locker instead. That's a bit odd, I thought, but then I just headed in their direction anyway. They didn't even say hi. Sam just raised his eyebrows at me and was like, "Dude, what the heck is going on?" I was so confused. What do you mean?" I said. Then he pulled out his phone and showed me. I couldn't believe it. You know that feeling when your blood runs cold and you might pass out? That's how I felt then. As he scrolled down, it just got worse and worse. My entire Instagram was full of photos that I would never ever post. The first one was of me and my cousin Sally taken last year at a family barbecue. Sally had her arm around me and was looking at me making a silly face. The caption under the photo said, "Aren't we just the cutest?" And there was a hashtag that said, #couplegoals. Then it gets worse. The photo was tagged, and it had been tagged with Angela's name. So many people had commented on it, and I saw some angry emojis. I didn't understand how this could have happened. I turned to Sam and all the guys and said, "But I didn't do this. I don't even have my phone on me. I've been hacked." They just snickered at me and walked away. This was awful. Had I lost my phone? I thought I left it at my grandma's, but what if I actually dropped it in the street and some sicko had hacked me? I ran to the library to log onto the computer, and on the way, I saw Angela sitting on a bench crying. I walked up to her, and her friend Tina shouted at me to get away. This couldn't be happening. As I opened up my Instagram, I saw there were like 50 photos that had been posted since last night. Some of them I'd never even seen before, like one of me as a baby sitting in the garden naked. This was humiliating. Then I spotted one of my grandma, and it clicked. My grandma had done this. But how did she even know how to use a phone? Never mind Instagram, and why would she do this to me? That day was the worst. No one spoke to me. I ate lunch by myself, including the cupcake for Angela. Today was supposed to have been the day I got a girlfriend, but instead, I was all alone. I didn't want to face my grandma after school, but I needed to get my phone back. Who knew what trouble she might cause before then? When I got to her house, I stormed in and started shouting at her. "Grandma, how could you do this to me? How dare you use my phone? You've wrecked my life today. I'm a total outcast now." As I shouted all of this at her, I noticed she was smiling, and there were tears running down her cheeks. Then she laughed. I don't think she even heard me. I went over to her and asked for my phone back, and she looked up at me and said, "Oh, Zach, I can't tell you how happy it's made me to look through all these old photos. I hope you don't mind that I used your camera to take photos of these old pictures here. I thought you might like a copy of them too." I had not seen her look this happy in years. I had to forgive her. When I asked why she'd been on my Instagram, she didn't even know what I was talking about. She'd just been taking photos, and my phone had been uploading them. She thought it was like a photo album, and that's why she'd written captions. It was just an accident. I took my phone back and deleted all the photos, and then I shared a post apologizing and letting all my friends know that my grandma had hacked my phone by accident. I called Angela and told her that Sally was my cousin, not my girlfriend. Now I have a date with Angela next week, and as a surprise for my grandma, I've bought her a phone for her birthday. It's the most important thing in the world. And sometimes there will be misunderstandings or accidents that happen. The best thing you can do, though, is sit down and talk about it and find a way to forgive them.